Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and of course, per usual, I've got some pretty cool stuff to show you. Actually, some really cool stuff this week. I had a hard time picking out what to show in this video because a lot of really neat things came in this week. And yeah, so I've struggled for what to show. So hopefully I picked out a good variety of things for you. So yeah, first things first. I got an REOK today that was just ludicrous, to be honest. I got from Michael Newland, Toy Rewind podcast. Check them out. Pretty cool. They talk about nostalgic toys, stuff like that. It's really, really cool. Kind of a neat thing. And then I was actually on that podcast, as a matter of fact, a while back. So you can look for an episode with me on it. And he sent me that. Unflippin' believable. He pulled a Ford GT40 out of his case. He had already bought a Ford GT40 Ultra Red and decided that he would send this one to me. And that's just unbelievable. He just wrote a note in here. It says, if you haven't started on the Release 3 Ultra Reds yet, here's a good one to start with. And he ain't kidding. This is a good one to start with because I did not have it in my possession. That is so fantastic, man. Unbelievable generosity from you. Thank you very much for the early Christmas present. I really do appreciate that. All right. Speaking of things that were given to me, I've got some stuff here from SURPLUSgoodies. And this is an exclusive SURPLUSgoodies with Diecast products and more. Two hobby dealers. It's typical with Jimmy. He'll team up with another hobby dealer and they'll come up with some sort of exclusive. Sometimes it's LBE exclusives. Sometimes it's been awcollector.com. He's done a few. So this one's Diecast products and more, and SURPLUSgoodies Diecast and more. And they released these 2019 Ford F-350 dually Bigfoot livery trucks. They are very limited to 1,536 pieces each. And he sent me both versions of it. We got a clean version and a dirty version. And we've got the green machine. Check that sucker out. So this green machine is limited to 192 pieces. So that is very, very limited. This is pretty cool too, because I don't think I've got a version of this tooling. So, and kind of the way I collect GreenLight, and I've explained it in the past, is I like to get one of each tooling as they come out. I don't necessarily get tons of every tooling. I try to get like one, and that is pretty awesome. So we're going to open up these, because we gotta. So yeah, if you want these, hit up SURPLUSgoodies or Diecast products and more. There they are on the back there. I will show you them up close, of course, in the next part of the video. So that's pretty awesome. We got two pretty cool chase cars already to start with. And then I got another Ultra Red. And this one I purchased off of, someone had posted this up for sale at a really good price shipped. So including shipping, it was $25. So $25 including shipping. That's a great price for an Ultra Red. And this one came from, I forget the gentleman's name, so I do apologize. But I found it on the Auto World Collector group on Facebook. So people post Ultra Reds up for sale a lot on that Facebook group. So if you are looking for them, that's a good place to look. I can't believe I was like 2 days late on the post on this and I still got it. Nobody jumped on it, which is just nutty. Because this is a cool one, and the really cool thing about this is it completes this set for me. So what is this? This is Release 1. So 2022 Release 1. This is the last Ultra Red I needed. I'm just looking to confirm that. Yep, this is the last one I needed, and that completes this set. So I will not open it today. We're going to open it when I do the complete series video. I like to do that. If you've been watching the channel for a long time, you know that as soon as I complete a set of Ultra Reds, I do a video on that particular series, and I open up the last one that I needed. So this would be 2022 release 1. We will go ahead and open up, we'll open up this, and then we'll look at all of the cars in the set, both versions A, version B. We'll talk about the Ultra Reds, the traits of the Ultra Reds for that particular series, the estimated limited quantity of what these are limited to, all that jazz. We're going to do all that when we get to it here, but not opening up this one today. Another Auto World thing that I got, this was from autoworldstore.com. This was the this is a square body Chevy. It's a 1980 Chevy K10 Silverado with camper top, and that's this guy right here. I actually ended up snagging 2 of these, so I've already opened one because I couldn't wait. So we're going to take a look at that up close, talk about it a little bit, and all of that. So we'll take a look at that. That's going to be cool too. Of course, they always send when you order from Auto World Store, the cool thing is they send you a catalog. So I got the 2023 catalog, and there's some really cool stuff actually in here. Model kits, all sorts of neat stuff. They also have a couple of releases from Auto World that are future releases pictured in here. Some of it's just the like a artwork representing the car. Some of it's an actual picture release. I was trying to find something real quick to show you, but anyway, you know the thing I'm excited about, Dodge Caravans. That's going to be sick. All right, so that's awesome. And then they also sent along this as an extra, just this Trivial Pursuit car. This one is the Johnny Lightning Special. And it's kind of cool. It's a little like kind of old school Formula One car. Oh, interesting. So the Trivial Pursuit car, they actually have trivia on here. Should we try to answer some of these questions in the next segment? We'll see. All right. So we got that. And then I got some other stuff here. Oh, from Surplus Goodies, I did order a few cars. I got these. I got this finally. This has been out for a while, and I've been meaning to get this. This is the, what do they call it? There's the series from Tarmac Works. It's like Hobby 64 Plus. So these are extremely detailed from what I've seen. This is the first time of me having one in my possession. So I'm excited to actually look at it. It came out this year, I think more towards the beginning of the year. And I think it came out maybe 2 colors. I'm not sure. But I'm excited to actually look at this. I kind of passed on this at first because it is very expensive. But I decided I would go ahead and pick this one up. So there's that one. And then I also got another Tarmac Works. I got the Zonda Revolution. And I actually picked up this one in this color because we're doing the Lamley Awards now, right? So, and I do contribute to that in a way or two, kind of like talk about what car should be in it. You know, we kind of go through us contributors to Lamley, talk about, you know, whatever, what cars should be in the tournament on Instagram and all that good stuff. And we kind of give our opinions and kind of form what's going to happen. Well, this one took me by surprise because I didn't even know. I've probably seen pictures of this in the package, in this color. But once I saw it up, like on the poles, I'm like, wow, that is a killer looking Zonda. And I love the Pagani Zonda. It's like one of my favorite hypercars is from a looks standpoint. I think they just look fantastic. So I ended up having to get this. So I picked it up. You know, and honestly, so that was kind of an influence to me. I just seen a really cool picture of it. Sometimes you see a really cool picture of a car, I'm like, oh, you give that a second thought. I'm like, yeah, that does look really cool. So I am going to pick one up for myself. And then I got, let's see, what else do I got? I picked up these. I actually got these from J-Car Diecast. He was having a Black Friday sale. I picked up these. What else did I pick up from him? I don't know. It's in here somewhere. I picked up maybe 1 or 2 other cars from him. I don't remember. But I have those, and those will be shown in another video. But I had to get this. The 24 Hours of Lemons. Shout out to Chad from round 2. This is like his car that they used to compete in this. So it's pretty neat. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I got to decide which one to open though, because they're both like got like this dirt effect on them. but one of them is way more dirty than the other one. And I'll show you it in person. It's not, I don't think it's an intentional variation or anything. I just, I got to decide, which one do I want to open? Which one do I want to hoard away for a little bit? This is kind of a special release. So it's pretty awesome. And I'm glad to finally get one of these. So there's a version B one. I kind of forget what color the version B is. And they don't show it on the back here. But I'll probably get that as well. And then I've got Kaido House. Well, we got this guy, the Datsun Fairlady Z. This is the first time seeing this casting in the flesh. These are sealed, so I suppose there's a chance at a chase. I don't know. I've never scored a chase in one of these sealed, by the way. And I don't know how rare they are. To be honest, I think that hobby dealers probably know where the chases sit in a case. So they got an idea, I think. I'm guessing. But it's sealed. It could pop a chase. I don't know. We got 2 chances, I guess. And we'll check that out. And I'm excited to see this casting up close in person finally. We've been seeing pictures of it for so long, and this has finally come out in this really sweet, like deep cherry color, which looks fantastic in pictures. We'll see how it looks in person. And then a nice blue. So excited for that. All right, we got really cool stuff to take a look at. I didn't pick out a ton of items today because I really wanted to kind of spend time on each one, really looking at them. So hopefully you enjoy that. And yeah, so stay tuned. Let's go ahead. Oh, we got to do some sort of thumbnail, right? And it'd be hard pressed not to have, I got to get the stuff from Jimmy in here. And then I got to get this sweet ultra red. Oh, man. And then this, it's like, what do you pick? Because these are all winners, but check that out. Is that worthy of a thumbnail? Sure. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around and check out this stuff up close. All right, guys. So let's start by taking a look at these trucks from SURPLUSgoodies / Diecast Products and more. And GreenLight, and I guess Bigfoot, Summit, Firestone. Lots of licensing on this thing. So pretty cool. So we've got the 2019 Ford F350 Dually. This is the Green Machine, limited to 192 pieces. I love when SURPLUSgoodies does exclusives, that they put this sticker on that just leaves nothing to be questioned about how many of these chases are made. I think that is just a really sweet touch, and I'm surprised nobody has copied that. It can't be too expensive to get those stickers made and just add them to the chases, but, I guess. I just think it's a really good idea. I think it's a really, really cool idea. All right. All right, next, what we got here, let's just start by looking at the clean version of it. We'll start with that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the packaging open. So standard kind of GreenLight packaging. Bigfoot. Obviously, like the most popular, well-known, maybe Bigfoot and Gravedigger, I would say, are probably the most well-known monster trucks in monster truck history. Bigfoot exists. All right. So let's check this thing out. I'm going to adjust the light just a little bit here. So these are pretty cool castings from GreenLight, the big trucks. It's something that no other diecast manufacturer really does in 1/64 scale, are these big dually trucks. And they definitely are pretty cool. They're going to have, I think this one actually has a metal base. I thought most of the time when they do the big trucks, I thought they had plastic bases. This one has a metal base. I don't pick up a ton of these. The main reason why is just because of storage issues. They're hard to store, but I've learned something with GreenLight, and that is to keep this piece, and I do a little cut-up job on the packaging, where I'll eventually store the truck kind of in its package, but without the top part of the package. Anyway, I've explained it before. That works pretty well for keeping these things if you want to kind of store them in a box and stuff and still be able to like sift through them and pick out ones that you want to look at and stuff like that if you don't have room to display them. And I am definitely like out of room, and I've been saying that probably this whole year that I'm out of room, and it just really hasn't changed. But there's the clean version. Let's go ahead and take a look at the dirty version. We got the mud all over this one, and that looks really neat. Let's go ahead and... Oh, and by the way, these are limited to 1536, so 1,536 pieces. As far as GreenLight is concerned, I'm going to call that quite limited, because I don't think there's many GreenLight releases out there that are that limited production. Maybe some other hobby exclusive stuff. But very, very cool. And if you ever want to support your hobby dealer, your kind of local hobby dealer guy, if they put on an exclusive, get their exclusive car. They have to really invest in making these things happen. It's a very expensive process from what I understand. Of course, I'm not too intimately aware of it because I've never done it myself. But it's an expensive process. It's a big investment. And one of the best ways you can support a hobby dealer that you like is definitely pick up the exclusives. And we all know, I mean, a lot of you know, Jimmy is like one of the best hobby dealers out there. Just a really stand-up dude. And I mean, just look at his eBay feedback. You know, you can tell from there. Really, really cool. So we've got mud on the truck, and I think it's done pretty cool, and it looks neat. So I dig this. I think it's really neat. You know, admittedly, like, this isn't really my cup of tea, something I get super excited about all the time, but I am excited for this one because it just looks, they look good. The casting, the quality control seems to be pretty good. This one's got a little thing there on the tire. No big deal. I guess it's kind of, this one's been through something, so. But these trucks are cool, and it's cool to get this casting kind of off the list. And what a way to do it but to get an exclusive, and then really what a way to do it but to get the green machine. And the best thing about this green machine is it is a green body green machine, which really, to my opinion, are the only green machines that should exist, are green body green machines. I am not a huge fan of the green base, green wheels kind of thing. The green rims look okay sometimes. I will say that. This is a very limited piece, but it's got to get opened. It's kind of the rules of the road here. So, package has been cut. I will save the sticker, and I will put it like on here when I save this package. So let's check it out. One silly thing. Look at that. The bed is still blue. It's kind of interesting. So check this out. Green body green machine. It's a beautiful green color. I love when GreenLight does the green machine, the actual green body green machines. I also like when GreenLight does the raws. Those are cool chases. And I'm not trying to offend anybody that really likes green machines and collects green machines. It's just, you know, I've noticed that sometimes when you get a green machine and it's a green rim or green base or whatever, it's almost harder to like trade that away or sell that if you don't want it than it is the regular release of the car. It just, because it's not that good looking, you know. But when they do the green body green machines, those actually end up, you know, people want them. They're more desirable. You guys let me know what you think. But here you go. Surplus goodies, diecast products, and more. Exclusive Ford truck with Bigfoot livery. I think it's cool. I'm going to say out of the three, really, though, to be honest, I'm going with the muddy one. That'd be my favorite. I think the muddy one's the coolest one. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments, of course, below. All right, next we got to get into some other stuff. We've already spent some real good time on that. We got 8 minutes in, and I'm glad I didn't pick out a lot of stuff today, because each one of these items that we're looking at today is really worthy almost of its own show. We've got, if you haven't started on, I already read this to you, didn't I, in the first release? But there you go. I got a note with this one. I couldn't believe that he actually sent this to me. Toy Rewind podcast. Check that out. Definitely check that out. I used to not open my Auto Worlds until I got the Ultra Reds, and then I opened them. And then I decided with this last release, there was no way I'm going to do that. I had a couple of beverages, okay, I'll admit it. And then I started opening this release. Yeah, because I wanted to take pictures of the cars. So I took pictures of the cars, most of them, and then I posted them to Instagram, and they turned out fantastic, if I, do say so myself. But, so check them out on Instagram if you haven't seen them. I took pictures of both of these GT40s. This is just an excellent release from Auto World altogether. This, what are we on? Release 3 for 2022. Fantastic release. Another thing I'm really enjoying about it is we don't have colored tires on the Ultra Reds. You get black tires. The white rims look really cool too. But yeah, the black tires look fantastic. So this is a really good release from Auto World. And this, by and far, is going to be probably, I would not even say probably, this will be the most expensive Ultra Red to acquire in this set. And it's the first one I've got for the set. So it's so nice to get this difficult one out of the way right away. So I am very, very happy for that, Michael. Thank you very, very, very much. Let's go ahead and open it up. I know this is going to hurt you a little bit to open it. He doesn't open his cars, and rightfully so. The man has a ridiculous Auto World collection. He's got tons of Ultra Reds. He's got a lot of Ultra Raws. Die-hard Auto World fan. Basically, I think he started, at least he admins it. I think he started, though, the Auto World Collector group on Facebook. So we're all of us that collect Auto World are indebted to him for doing that, because that, I'm telling you, is a really good tool for sharing your passion for Auto World and for also finding Ultra Reds and good deals on stuff. It's a very, very good place for that. So this looks absolutely sick. These go after the version A car, which is why they don't have the stripe, rather. They don't have the stripe on the bottom, the 4GT stripe down there. So they're going to be this version, right? That's why there's no stripe. We get an Ultra Red body. We get an Ultra Red interior, Ultra Red base, white rims, and it looks quite good. I think I'm going to have to take pictures of this one now, too. Maybe if I can get to that tonight, we will do that. I just posted this to my Instagram, too, before filming this video. I had to. But yeah, getting this one off the list. Any Ford GT Ultra Red is one that you should be proud of owning, because they can get pricey. There's some hobby release ones that I'm missing that I don't know if I'll ever find. And at least if I do ever find them, I don't know if they're ever going to be affordable. My buddy Crazy Todd, I think, is caught up with them. And I think he's got them all. And, I'm pretty proud of him for that. But he really forked out some cash for that stuff. And it's just something I can't do. So good for him. That's awesome. I take the way of, lots of patience with these cars. So when I can get a break like this, it's absolutely phenomenal. All right. Thank you again, Michael. Thank you very, 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 very much. All right. Sticking with Auto World, we got this guy. Pretty excited about this when they launched it. It's not a cheap thing on AutoWorldStore.com. These things are kind of pricey. I do understand why, because you have this whole tooled piece back here that gets added on. I made some mistakes, though, with this, and I'm going to warn you before you do it. This camper top is removable, but don't do it, okay? I took it out. I took it apart. I'm not going to do it again, okay, because I already had to glue the dang thing back together, and I'm going to explain that in a second. But there's two little kind of like clips that kind of hold the thing right here onto this other plastic little base thing that is actually screwed into the bed of the truck. I was going to keep this apart to show you, but I finally got it like back together and looking decent that I decided not to. So what did I do? The first thing I did when I opened up this truck, I pulled the camper top off just to see how this, if it was able to be pulled off. And it does pull off. However, the thing is very fragile. And what happened is, and you can see a crack right here. Well, this is all one piece that probably originally was a semi-clear box here, and then it just has graphics that were printed over it. That's why the windows are actually see-through. But this is all like one piece, except for like this and the little added details here. But literally, this is like one piece. It's very thin, and it's kind of brittle, and when I pulled it off, this cracked here. It cracked right along the edge right here, and you really can't see that because that's where I put the glue to kind of hold her back together. So I had to fix this thing, but likely it's my fault. I'm not going to pull off another one, I'll tell you that. I've got another one carded. The card art on this is pretty cool, by the way, as well. And they're very limited, 2,496 pieces. So that's limited for Auto World. I know some of you square body naysayer people are going to be like, well, how can it possibly be limited? Because blah, blah, blah. They made 1 million square body. Yeah. I get it. Okay, I get it. But these Auto World store.com exclusives, I think, are going to be pretty collectible in the future. You know, if this diecast hobby is still going strong, these are going to be pretty collectible because of the fact that they were limited. You could only get them at AutoWorldStore.com. There are, as far as I know, there are no ultra reds of this. There is no chase. This is just it. This is what you get. So this piece is in perfect condition, and I'm going to leave it that way in the package for now because this thing is good enough to display, even though it's got that little crack in it, and I screwed up. The other thing with this, there is one other little quality issue with it that isn't my fault. This got looks like it got a little white printing smudge on the tire where it should say BF Goodrich. It says BF Go, and then we had a little issue there. Not a huge deal, but these are expensive, like I said. And of course, this was on the tire that you wouldn't be able to see in the package. But it's there. Just got to point that out as well, just to be fair. All right. But let me know what you guys think about this. Okay, I know you guys, there's a lot of you out there that are sick of square bodies. Just, you can hold your comments. I understand. Okay, I get it. There's been a lot of them. But they have kind of calmed down a little bit. The release that this came out in doesn't have a square body in it. So, round of applause, you guys, for that. But they did release an AutoWorld.com exclusive one. There's some really cool exclusive coming. That's actually what I wanted to, part of what I wanted to show. So this is that catalog. This one's going to be cool. Look at that. $24.96 produced of each one. This one apparently was supposed to come out in the fourth quarter of this year, but I don't think we're going to see it till the end of first quarter. If I had to guess, is when we're going to see this Mitsubishi Starion in this black color. And then you're also going to get this Auto World Mitsubishi 3000 GT in a Mitsubishi Motors yellow kind of racing livery. That's going to be cool too. And then you've got these other Johnny Lightning ones. If you're into Johnny Lightning, you've got the Toyota FJ Cruiser, this Zinger, and another Zinger. Zingers really aren't my thing, but you know, shout out to Dumas. Big fan of. He's a big fan of them. Oh, we also got this. This will be interesting. Candy Striper Hot Wheels coming out. $39.99, only 1,488 cars produced. It's just interesting what happens with that. How many people are going to like jump into buying a slot car because it says Hot Wheels on it? It's a Candy Striper. It's released by Auto World. I'm going to tell you right now, I may go for it and buy one. I don't know if I'm going to buy it to hang on to it, but I might just buy it. Just because, you know, it might be worth hanging on to and then possibly reselling down the road. You know, I don't have a slot car track or anything like that. It would be neat. But this is definitely going to be a collectible piece, I think. It's not, like, it is Hot Wheels, but it's not Hot Wheels. It's cool, all right? And very, very limited, 1,488 pieces. All right, so there's Auto World for you. They did also throw in this Johnny Lightning piece here, this Trivial Pursuit Classic Edition Johnny Lightning Special. I don't have a version of this tooling, so we'll go ahead and open it up. This is from Pop Culture, Release 1. It's not a series from Johnny Lightning that I really care for, to be honest. I don't really care about Trivial Pursuit or Monopoly or any of that stuff. It's kind of a unique thing that Johnny Lightning does, that really nobody else does too much. They mix this pop culture stuff. So they've got some 007 cars, and then they've got like these Monopoly cars, Clue, you know. Yeah, they're board games I played as a kid, and I get the nostalgia when it comes to that, but I'm not much of a cross collectible item where I'm like, oh, I loved Trivial Pursuit so much I want it all over my car. But this one's kind of cool because the only Trivial Pursuit thing that it really has is the little pie thing here. Trivial Pursuit logo back there. Other than that, there's really not much else. And this does look like a pretty cool old school Formula One car. So it's pretty neat. So that one will stay in my collection. And I do think it's kind of cool. So I think a lot of people got this car with this order of these. I've seen a lot of people post it. It also comes with a poker chip for whatever reason. This is really not anything with Trivial Pursuit. And then we've got some, oops, I almost looked at the answers. Well, what do you want to look at? Should we say, what town was the 54th Indy 500 race held? You guys know the answers to any of these questions. I'm going to go ahead and let you read them, if you wish to. What is the chassis engine of the Johnny Lightning Special? That one's actually I do want to know. It's a PJ Colt Ford. That's cool. There's your answers. Pretty cool. Well, I should have been able to answer the bottom one, but whatever. All right, there you go. Johnny Lightning Special. All right, what do we got next? We got, okay, we got one more Johnny Lightning. That's right. And then again, just as a reminder, I did get this, but we're not going to open this today. But she's a beaut. What else is a beaut here? Is this sweet little trailer queen. 1998 Honda Civic. And by the way, I got some like fun comments on my last weekly video, and I gotta say it's probably because I said something about Hondas. I just thought that was kind of comical. I don't normally get a lot of hate in my videos or whatever, a lot of people that get angry with me or say anything with me, but I did say something about Hondas being lawnmowers. And you know, I'm sorry, it was just a joke. I know that they're cars, that they're cool, okay? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. So, anywho, and how, this thing is awesome, and I'm glad that I got it. So, Chad Reed, round 2. This is his 24 Hours of Lemons Endurance Racing. It's gotta be awesome to work for a diecast company and be able to do something like this. And I'm so looking forward to more of these 24 Hours of Lemons releases. It's just right up Johnny Lightning Street Freaks alley. Fantastic idea. And it's got hella sweet facts. So if you want to read those, it's an authentic replica. Stay in your lane race team. The trailer queen. It's so cool. Really, 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 really cool. Plum metallic and leopard print. So which one should we open? So can you see now what I'm talking about? So this one's a lot cleaner on this side, and this one's a lot dirtier. Which one do I keep in the package? Which one do I open up? I just don't know what to do. I'm a bit torn. I might open up both. Ugh. I don't know what to do. Let's open up the clean one. And the reason why is because if that's like a duster, I'm sure it's, you know, on there good, but whatever. I'm going to open up the cleaner one. Neither of them are very clean. What else is in this set, by the way? I don't have it. There's a, there it is. That Project in Progress, I bet you, is pretty awesome. Sometimes Johnny Lightning is easy to find in my area, and sometimes it's quite difficult. And I couldn't wait for this one to show up or me to find it like in a store, so I had to end up picking it up. And there we go, Trailer Queen, 24 hours of lemons endurance racing. Very, very cool. And then check this baby out. It's so cool. So we do got dirt. There's a lot more dirt on this side than this side. But that other one, I mean, this one's like the windows covered, everything. So we'll keep that one in the package. I'm just going to hoard that one away. I do, every once in a while, pick up extra Johnny Lightnings and stuff. Auto World's not really the only brand that I do pick up extras of from time to time that just kind of squirrel away for a rainy day. And this one is definitely worthy of squirreling one away. It's just really cool, and I really think it's neat. My other car is a Johnny Lightning. Of course it would have that on there. That's great. And that bumper sticker is probably legitimately on the car. Super cool. I just think this is a rad release, guys. Super neat. Alright. What shall we look at next? I got some really cool stuff to look at here. What should we do? Should we do the Kaidos? Should we do the Tarmac? I'm really stoked. You guys have seen this Lancia already, probably. So you guys probably aren't as excited for it as I am, just because I haven't had one in my possession. But I think we're going to open up this first, and then we'll do the other Tarmac, and then we'll end her on Kaido. Alright, so how do we get into this thing? We've got cellophane. So, like I mentioned before in the first half of this video, I didn't get this initially. Mainly I was turned off by the price, and it's expensive. I want to say, I think Surplus has them on his eBay for, I want to say like 45 bucks. You guys are going to have to let me know if you think that's worth it or not. How do you open this thing? Oh, so it is, I mean, the packaging might be worth the price of admission by itself. Look at it. It's a magnet. That's pretty premium, as premium as it gets. So I stayed away from this for a bit, and then, you know, I kind of told him I was interested in these 4 cars or whatever, and he did give me a little bit of a deal. So I do appreciate that. And of course he sent me those Bigfoot trucks. So there's the box, small size, big heart. And here is this highly detailed, beautiful vehicle. I don't know what these are limited to, and does it tell you? Because we're going to get a little card underneath here. I got number 1852. I don't know what the total production number is. I will guess that it's probably fairly low, and I would guess maybe 2,500. If anybody knows that information, please do let me know. This thing's going to end up getting displayed just like this in its case, but we do have to take it out. I do have to take a look at it out of the package before we put it back in. This is one that I'm definitely going to want to keep protected because, like I said, it's expensive. And you can see why. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this piece. The base is pretty cool. Lancia 037 Rally, Safari Rally 1984. I'm going to try to be very, very careful here. I'm going to go ahead and remove, I think that's like an antenna or something on the back here, and I think there might be some decals under there too that are there. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Let me just get this off the base. Alright, So I'm being very careful with this because I know this is going to be fragile. This is not one you're going to roll across your desk at work, okay? It's the wheels do not, they do turn a little bit, but the thing is not really meant to roll. It's not something, it's meant to be displayed clearly. Look at the detail under there. It's just, I mean, you can't really get much more detailed in 1/64 scale than this. So there's a lot of little tiny pieces and bits, and I'm just nervous to touch it. Close to the back there. Got a real rubber tire up there. You can see all that detail on the engine underneath the glass, and it's super cool. I don't know what else has come up in the Hobby 64 Plus line, or what else is coming, but Tarmac is kind of onto something with this to make something just ridiculously detailed, just a step above their Hobby 64 line, and that's already very, very detailed. The big thing for them is just they have to have supreme quality control when it comes to vehicles that are this expensive. I'm not sure what this is down here. Somebody will comment. It appears there's a decal here and what looks like almost like a SIM card ejection tool for a phone. I'm not going to remove that. Somebody let me know in the comments what is that for. It looks like it's possibly like an antenna that you would add to this. If it is, I'm trying to see where that would be added. No idea. Or if it's supposed to prop up the back. I really don't know what that's for, and we're just going to continue not to know that until hopefully one of you tell me, and that would be appreciated. But let me know what you think about this and what you think about diecast that's kind of like in this category in general. This almost is kind of along the lines of like a resin model. It's not something that's really meant to be played with. It's meant to be displayed. I like that it's got racing heritage. That is cool. But it's really meant to be like a very accurate replica of a really cool car and something that's going to be displayed, not something that's going to be really played with. Will I take some pictures of this and stuff? Yeah, of course. I will do that. I wonder if I can actually get away with... It would look cool on display, I think, without... Like, that will stay up by itself. I'm not sure if it's a great idea to do that like this, because... Yeah, I think we're going to put this back in there. Like that. There. Like that. So it's going to go on display like this for now. Very cool. I probably will take some neat pictures of it, but there's already been some really cool pictures of it. People have already done that with this model, and it doesn't mean I can't. It just, you know, I'm a little late to the game on the launch of 37. We'll see future releases of Hobby 64 Plus, see what we get. But let's do some Global 64. So this would be the least detailed Tarmac Works. It's still extremely detailed. It's just these are meant to be rollers typically. So they roll. They are way more kind of along the lines of like a mini GT as far as like philosophy in how they are constructed and what their intended kind of purpose is. So these are still fragile. They got little fragile pieces and stuff like that. But you can typically roll them. They do have like usually the rubberized mirror. I'm kind of just touching. Actually, these are very hard plastic. Sometimes they'll have those rubberized mirrors where it makes you a little bit more comfortable touching the car because they'd be a little bit harder to break off. They have metal bases as opposed to plastic bases, and again, it rolls. It doesn't roll like a Hot Wheels rolls, but it rolls. And this thing is just a beautiful color, this black and blue. It looks absolutely fantastic. And once I saw this in a photograph, I just had to get it. I had to get it. And I don't think I have a version of this particular Zonda from Tarmac Works. They make a couple of different ones. And I don't think that I had this one before. I'm kind of looking around my room now because I'm trying to figure out where I put them. Where did I put those? Oh, I've got them like right up here. I got the Zonda R. I've got, I don't know, one other different type of one. This one's really cool. I just love the way this looks. This is a beautiful car. So you guys, let me know what you think about that. And lastly, we've got Kaido. So there's been some mixed feelings about the Kaido House Mini GTs. And you know why? It's because they're not 1/64 scale. That is, I think, the big barrier to people collecting this is a premium diecast model that is not 1/64 scale. I was kind of in that boat for a second, and then I got over it. I don't buy every single Kaido House release. There are some that I thought were kind of boring, you know, sort of, but there's been some that I thought were quite exciting. And these would qualify as an exciting model for me. You guys, if you've been watching the channel for a long time, know I'm a huge fan of the Datsun 240Z. Big fan of the Z cars. You guys know that. So anytime a new tooling for a Z is added to any brand, I will likely buy it and check it out. And in particular of that, this year, Inno 64s, 240Zs, just fantastic. So I was really excited to get that, and I probably will get maybe one or two even more versions of that because it's so good. So let's check out the Kaido House one. I know I'm going to be more excited about this color. No chase here, but we'll take a look at this blue one first. These are sick, dude. I can already tell. I'm a big fan of this. This is going to be my favorite Kaido House casting for sure. I don't know how I feel about him putting out a truck, square body truck, but that is coming. It should be pretty interesting, done Kaido style. Dude, these are cool. These are cool. I don't know how anybody couldn't really like them. They're a little bit larger than 1/64 scale, and I think that's everybody's gripe with them. But honestly, who cares? This thing's a work of art. It really is. I think it's cool. You know, some people will say it's not that exciting. You can see some details from the engine underneath here. The real reason why those holes are there, though, is so you can pop up the hood, right? So I'm taking a toothpick and popping up the hood. Ooh, it's tight. Look at the detail on the motor. That's... I mean, are you going to argue with me? You don't think that's cool? Hopefully I can get it shut. There we go. Shut's really tight, too. The other thing is I think these the rims are aluminum. A lot of the time, or they're metal anyway, or whatever. We got a roller. I mean, it's as low as the car can be and still roll. I mean, this thing is literally right on the ground. Yeah, I don't... From the top, it looks a little silly with the huge wide body, like almost like a step thing to get into the vehicle, which obviously you wouldn't need with the car this low. But any other angle, I think this thing looks absolutely fantastic. I really like it. Let's get this one in this kind of root beerish cherry color, and no chase there as well. Kaido House. Junimai. The packaging is cool for these two. I do dig it. This color's great. This color's really cool because depending on the lighting, kind of like flavors the color a little bit. Whether it looks more brown or more cherry. Ooh, and I like these wheels too. These are a little different. Those are sick. I'm not going to open the motor on it, or am I? I guess we should. I just want to see if the color, like the header or whatever, is different. I'm just going to peek in there. These things make me nervous to open them. They kind of like pop up and out. And they're kind of stiff. I really don't want to break it. Yeah, so the color of the thing, it matches the, or whatever that is, the valve cover. Whatever that is, you guys know I'm not like super gearhead dude that knows everything about engines. So make fun of me, go ahead. In the comments, you can do it. But dang, it's cool. These are cool. Inserted details, of course, for taillights. The quality control is everything you would expect from Mini GT, which is nothing short of really, really, really good. And I am a fan. All right, so you guys, let me know what you think of these Fair Lady Z's. Let me know what you think about this video. This has been a good one for me. It's a very exciting one. We got some Surplus Goodies exclusives, which are always fun. And then we've got, of course, you know I'm partial to the Auto World ones, but GreenLight's cool too. And then, of course, we got this sick GT40 chase, which is just so fantastic to get. I'm so happy about that. And I'm very happy about everything we showed today. All of the stuff is very, very nice, very, very good. And we haven't really had any major quality issues except for my... Whoops. And then, well, there was the little white thing on the tire too, but whatever. All right, this is the long one. Thank you guys very much for watching it. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you in the next one. We only got a couple more till the end of the year, and I should probably plan something interesting for the end of the year. I did log everything I picked up this year, so I could pull together some numbers, and if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. All right, thanks. Enjoy your day.